Hey friends, welcome back to Museful Creations. For Prompt K in the ABC April 2025 challenge, I started with an idea and ended up somewhere completely different. And I'm so wicked happy that I did. So, this prompt is all about keyholes, craft paper, keepsake, and what you'll see is packed with heart, texture, and transformation. Here's a look at the finished ATCs, and one is Art Unlocked, and the other one is Beauty, layered inside a totally reimagined tuck spot made with various ISC stamps and images. Craft ledger paper, black floss. The tuck spot was a last minute challenge, but honestly, it brought the whole concept together. So let's get to it. Both ATCs were built on textured bases using original ISC tape stamp, which I made years ago. I used various tapes, then inked up the tape, and then was able to make a background stamp. However, I did use some clear embossing powder to then spray it and achieve that effect. And here is the wings of the dragonfly. And I did use a little bit of watercolor and holographic embossing powder. Now I'm going to use a few more watercolor paints to color in the key and that small circle punch to make a complete hole in that key. And again, the layout, I'm going to distress it a little bit. Now I'm going to add some faux tape, which will accent the ATC really well, the top and the bottom corner with some ISC images. And again, I will take the word art unlocked, put one word on the top, the other one on the bottom, and then we'll assemble it all together and you will see the final look in just a second. On the Beauty ATC, I'm using that tape background stamp with Versamark and then clear embossing powder. Same technique as I did on the Art Unlocked ATC, and we'll heat set it. We'll then show you next how I will use various distress inks and sprays. And as I always say, I like to test it on a separate piece of paper just to make sure that everything is okay and the way that I want it. And here I chose to use more neutral colors, and you'll see how this ATC will begin to take shape. Here I stamped on scrap coffee dyed paper, and then I stamped two wings, and then I used clear embossing powder, and now I will be cutting those out. It's a fun technique. Here I have already stamped and embossed the key and showing you that fun tip. Use your tiny circle punch to cut the inside of your key, and next we will assemble the butterfly. Now I'm going to add that little paper clip with some ribbon and trim it a little bit, and there you have it.
I did use a ruler to reduce the size of the paper, and then I am shredding the pocket and showing you how I plan to put it on the page. Originally, I had planned to use a printable for ATC pockets, but resizing was tricky and time was tight, so I pivot. I grabbed my ISC keyhole stamp, heat embossed it, punched in eyelets, laced through black floss, added a vintage safety pin with a key charm, and created a tuck spot instead. And honestly, best last minute switch ever. This layout truly embodies why I do this, layer by layer, slow and meaningful, because to me it's not about fast crafting, it's intentional creating, building layers. I don't want to rush. I want to experiment as I go along, using my basic supplies and just slowing it down a little bit and creating with my soul. So thank you so much for watching. If this inspired you to think outside of the box or try something a little different when at times you might be having a creative struggle, drop a key symbol in the comments and let me know. I look forward to seeing you in Prompt L, where it's all about labels, lace, and ledger. Take the lead. Thanks so much for your time and enjoy the final look of this fun project.